A very good evening to everyone. Before I start the session, just a quick check. Am I audible and visible to everybody who is on Zoom and on YouTube? Great. Okay, thanks for the confirmation. So a very good evening and a warm welcome to all the participants to the 10th session of our 11 session series on Career Guide 2023. Since March 2nd, we have been talking a lot about different things related to the career options for students. We talked about how to select a stream after standard 10th. We talked about the various career options specifically available to students of either science or arts and humanities or commerce. Then we also talked about the new age career options available to students from all the fields. We specifically talked about certain career options which are available to students from across all the streams, which included liberal studies, law, and business management so far. Today, we are going to talk about something slightly different, something which is not very commonly understood or commonly known about, although many students are actually fascinated by it. Today, we're going to talk about hotel management, sports management, and event management education in India. And for this, I would like to welcome and call upon my close friend and colleague, Mr. Mohit Mangal. Mr. Mangal and I have been colleagues and partners for over a decade and a half now. An engineer and an MBA by education, he has been in the field of career counseling for students for close to 2 decades now. And thousands and tens of thousands of students have passed under his hands who have got the right career guidance on what streams to take, what are the career options available to them, so on and so forth. So without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Mangal to continue this session and enlighten us upon all about hotel management, sports management, and event management in India. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Satya sir. As always, it's indeed a pleasure to get a beautiful introduction from you. So today we are going to talk about something which I call as the allied management areas. Now, today is the 10th session of the total 11 session series. I specifically tried to pick up after business management. Yesterday we talked about business management, and today we are talking about a couple of other fields within the domain of management, which include hotel management, event management, sports management. Now, what is the fundamental difference? See, primarily, the moment we look at business management, there are a lot of children who are practical oriented, but they are not academically that strong, or their academic orientation is relatively low. If you want to know more about what I am talking about, that is the orientation. So you can go and check out my How to Choose the Right Career After 10th or How to Choose the Right Career After 12th, where I have in detail talked about what is orientation and how do you understand your orientation. So basically understanding if somebody is more hands-on onto doing things rather than academically gaining knowledge and then implementing the same within the domain of management, then those students, those children may not be very comfortable with the pure business management program. So we suggest them to go to something which is more practical, relatively less academic oriented. Also, since I go to so many schools to conduct workshops, one common question which comes to me is, sir, you have talked about so many different verticals of education. Are there not many verticals or few verticals where we have to study less? Well, for such kids, this session may be of a lot of relevance, lot of help. The objective of today's session is I will talk to you about what is management. Then I will talk to you about allied areas of management, in which I have primarily picked up 3 to talk further in detail. That is hotel management, event management, sports management. I will talk to you about the career opportunities which are available after these allied management courses, some of the top institutions where we can get into a degree program after 12th in these areas, along with their admission processes. Then I'll be inviting Satya sir once again to talk to you about the entrance exams, because he is the champion of entrance exam, after 12th in India. And then we'll follow the entire session with any question answers if the audience has. We'll be very happy to answer. This session, as I said, is suitable for parents and students who are pursuing grade 11 and 12 in any stream and wish to pursue an allied management education. That means they do not want to get into a management education which is very high on academic requirement. Rather, they want to get into something which is academically less demanding and practically more demanding. To understand management in a broader sense, management refers to the control, coordination, and administration of certain activities, tasks, and resources to achieve a particular set objective. So the 5 areas of management may include planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. This is very commonly available definition of management, which I have picked up. Now, when I
I'm not sure if you're able to hear. I'm not able to hear much, sir. The video seems
what all options are there. I list may start data management, computer, we are finance management, healthcare, technology management, media and state. Or third thing which we are going to talk about is sports management. Supply chain management is also available. Then there is another area known as travel and tourism management. This particular area also gets covered under hotel management umbrella or domain. So this is what we are going to talk on. That is primarily 3 areas. But if you overall look at in the allied management areas or specific management areas, there is a list of activities or list of specializations which are available. Now, starting with hotel management, the career opportunities in hotel management primarily include food and beverages production, which we also call as kitchen operations or becoming a chef. Could be food and beverages service, which we call as restaurant management, or where you can also be taking care of the guests outside the kitchen for serving in the restaurant area. Then you have housekeeping, where you are managing the rooms, specifically the cleanliness. Then room management, that is the allotment and the separation and the bifurcation of rooms for larger requirement of bulk bookings and so on. Sales and marketing, where you get into selling the room nights or the property or specific things within the property to the larger audience. Then you have banquet management, where you rent out banquets for different events. Front desk management, guest relations, or travel and tourism. Looking at the degree programs within the domain of hotel management, one can go for a 3-year or a 4-year degree program in the area of hotel management. The different specializations or different nomenclatures of degrees available may include BHM, that is Bachelor of Hotel Management, which is a 4-year program. BSc Hospitality and Hotel Administration, which is a 3-year program. Bachelor of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, again 4-year program. Bachelor of Tourism and Travel Management, again, which is a 4-year program. BA in Hotel Management, which is 3 only in the
We just hold on. There seems to be some temporary technical glitch because of which Mohit sir is having some issues in connecting. Can just wait for a few moments. I hope he's able to resolve it and come back online. Okay, he seems to have connected. Let's hope he's able to join.
So I'm just restarting the session. If you can just let me know from where did we disconnect, then accordingly I'll start from there.
If you can go back to the previous one, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure whether we covered this.
Okay, so I'll start with some of the top colleges in hotel management quickly. Giving you an idea. So there is a National Council of Hotel Management, which is a centralized council catering to hotel management education in India, which has got more than 75 institutions attached with itself. They have a common entrance exam known as NCHM, that is National Council of Hotel Management Joint Entrance Exam, JEE. Also, there are some other private institutions which conduct their own exams. So looking at NCHM JEE, you can see, there are a lot of institutions which fall under NCHM entrance exam. Also, there are some other institutions. So list of some of the top institutions include IHM Pusa. Then you have IHM Aurangabad, which is a Taj group, which conducts its own entrance exam. Then you have Welcome Group Manipal, which has its own exam. Oberoi Center for Learning and Development, Oberoi Group of Hotels, that has its own entrance exam. Then you have IHM Bombay, Hyderabad, Chennai, Lucknow. Then there is Army Institute of Hotel Management in Bangalore, which conducts its own entrance exam. Then we have IHM Chandigarh, IHM Calcutta, IHM Bhopal. Then Christ University has got a separate department of hotel management, Bangalore. You have IHM Trivandrum, IHM Shimla, and then Bharati Vidyapeeth Pune is another institution in the top ranking for hotel management. Coming to career in sports, after doing a degree in the area of sports, what kind of degrees are available? I will just share it with you. You can get into the area of becoming an announcer or athlete, coach, commentator, equipment manager, stadium manager, sports manager, sports analyst, referee, physical trainer. In India, after 12th, you can go for a 3 or a 4-year BA, BA honors, or a BBA, BBA honors, BCom, or a BSc program in sports management area. Also, after 12th, there is a 4-year BPES, that is Bachelor of Physical Education and Sports program, available for students from any stream, be it science, commerce, or arts. Looking at some of the best colleges for sports and physical education, it includes Indira Gandhi Institute of Physical Education and Sports Sciences in Delhi, which takes its admissions under CUET, that is the Common University Entrance Test. Satya sir will share the details of CUET at the end of the session. Then you have Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Jamshedpur. They have their own test for sports and degrees. Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad University of Technology is there in West Bengal, which has its own test. Then you have College of Physical Education, Bharati Vidyapeeth, Institute of Sports Science and Technology, Pune. Admission for them is based on 12 marks. Then you have National Academy of Sports Management, Bombay, Center for Sports Science in Chennai, National Sports University, Imphal, Swarnim, Gujarat, Sports University in Gandhinagar, Tamil Nadu Physical Education Sports University in Chennai, Lakshmibai National Institute of Physical Education, Gwalior, PES University in Bangalore, George Group of Colleges in Calcutta, International Institute of Sports Management in Bombay, Kalinga University in Chhattisgarh, Arunachal University of Studies in Arunachal, Barkatullah Vishwavidyalaya in Bhopal, Gurukula Kangri, deemed to be university in Kangri, Haridwar, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, Tamil Nadu, and IIMT University, Greater Noida. These are some of the approximately list of 20 colleges which I have given you. And you can see they all have the different entrance processes. Primarily, either if the admission is not based on 12th marks, then you have a written test followed by a physical fitness test or a sports proficiency test. So we call it SPT, sports proficiency test, and physical fitness test, that is PF. Coming to event management, what are the career options available after event management? You can become an event planner, exhibition organizer, stage decorator. You can get into wedding planning, logistics manager, celebrity manager, sponsorship coordinator, catering manager, social media manager, staff coordinator, marketing manager, or a party organizer. The type of degrees available in event management in India include a BA or a BA honors or a BBA or BBA honors. Majorly, event management as a specialization is given under the head of a BBA or a BBA honors program. Event management programs could be 3 or a 4-year programs. Some of the top universities in the country which offer event management, either specialization or an elective, include Swarnim Gujarat Sports University in Gandhinagar, UPS Dehradun, Karnavati University in Gandhinagar, Uttaranchal University in Dehradun, Jain University Bangalore, MIT World Peace University Pune, Sage University in Bhopal, Lovely Professional University in Phagwada, Whistling Woods International Bombay, LG Institute of Sports and Event Management in Ahmedabad, Vedanta Institute in Gurugram University, Devbhoomi, Uttarakhand, Purnima University, Vivekanand Global University, Singhania University. These are some of the top universities providing event management specialization or a degree course in event management. Now, I would like to invite Satya sir, who I would like to introduce. He's one of the rarest of the faculties which I have met, seen, interacted, who is cracked CAT, which is for post-graduation, multiple times. At undergraduate level, he had been appearing for multiple tests along with his own students. He's cracked the UGAT with 99.9 percentile every time for 4 consecutive times. He has appeared for, CLAT 5 consecutive times. He's the academic head at IQ Ideas. And primarily, he teaches English, reasoning, legal, and strategy. But overall, he's an all-rounder. So you will talk to him about maths, GK, service aptitude, scientific aptitude, and so on and so forth. Satya is all-rounder. Satya is the IIT Madras Department of Management Studies alumnus. He is Bachelor's in Engineering and Computers. And I would like to hand over the next part of the session to Satya sir, where he shall talk to you about the entrance exam. So Satya sir, we wish to know, as I have already shared with the students, in hotel management, there are a lot of entrance exams. In sports management, there could be a general aptitude test followed by a sports proficiency test and a physical fitness test. And again, in event management, either the admissions may be under CUET, a lot of universities are giving that, or it could be a general aptitude test followed by a personal interview. So 2 tests, one majorly in the hotel management area because it requires some specific extra knowledge and skill. And for sports and event management, the common university entrance test. So if you can throw light on these, I'm sure kids would benefit a lot on that.
So thanks for those kind words. Let's talk about entrance examinations. And the biggest entrance examination, obviously, the latest one is the CUET. But before that, for hotel management aspirants in India, the biggest entrance examination used to be the joint entrance exam conducted by the National Council for Hotel Management and Catering Technology. So the NCHM JEE or IHM JEE, as it is popularly known, is the one-shot entrance examination for entrance into the IHMs, central, state, or even private, a lot of private universities. So the NCHM JEE or the IHM JEE, it falls under the category of what we call as a general aptitude test. In one of the previous sessions, I did talk about the 2 different kinds of entrance tests which are there in India. One, we have the technical entrance examinations, which would include things like the JEE for the IITs, the CPT, the Common Proficiency Test for CA, the NEET for medicine, where you are specifically tested on technical subjects. And then we have the general aptitude tests, which are basically entrance examinations for various disciplines such as management, hotel management, law, mass communication, so on and so forth. Even the CUET now has a general aptitude portion. So what do we mean by a general aptitude test? Well, this is a test in which you have basically 4 areas which students are tested upon. One, the numerical ability, which is their ability to calculate, their ability to work with numbers, the ability to understand what we call as commercial mathematics. So that is mathematics, which should be mostly covered in schools in standards 8th, 9th, and 10th. Second, the ability to have logical thinking prowess. So what we call as reasoning and logical deduction. Again, these are questions which test either your ability to work around and play around with numbers or to find the logic in the written word. So we have things like analytical reasoning and verbal reasoning. The third area is GK and current affairs, because in any area of management, especially hotel management, it is expected that a person in the service industry should be well aware of things which are going around. For example, if you're in the hotel management industry and you are in a client-facing position, then it would absolutely behoove you to know about things which are happening so that you're able to communicate and converse with your own clients and customers. And obviously, the fourth important area is English language, where your basic knowledge of words, your basic command over English grammar, and your ability to read and comprehend unseen passages is tested. So the 4 general areas for any general aptitude test include mathematics, reasoning, general knowledge, and English. NCHM-JEE, being a general aptitude test, definitely has these 4 sections. However, they also have some few questions of scientific aptitude. But scientific aptitude is absolutely nothing to worry about. It's just general knowledge, but based upon basic physics, basic chemistry, and basic biology. So you could have questions like, what is the chemical name for salt? Or which metal is known to react with citric acid? Or what is the commercial name for acetic acid? And so on and so forth. So this is very, very basic physics, chemistry, and biology, which students of 8th, 9th, and 10th would be expected to know. The one important section for hotel management specifically is the aptitude for service sector. And this portion has quite some weightage. It used to have almost 25% weightage. So out of 200 questions, 50 questions could be of service sector. Now, although this might be one of the largest sectional weightages, service aptitude happens to be an extremely easy section to crack, provided you have the right attitude. So what exactly does this section involve? Well, to give you an idea of the type of question which could be asked, they could present you with a scenario and say, as a customer, you go to a restaurant. So when you're sitting down and having food, the waiter happens to spill hot soup over you. What would your response be in such a situation? And you have 4 choices. 1, you will slap him. Second, you will call his manager and ask him to be immediately fired. Third, you will tell him, "Tu mere ko bahar mil, tu janta nahi main kaun hu." Or fourth, you will ask for an apology and just forgive and forget. And like I tell my students, Gautam Buddha or Gandhi ki tarah socho, you will be able to answer these questions, because understand, this is not testing your theoretical knowledge about things. This entire section is designed to test whether you have the right kind of attitude needed for the service sector. So service aptitude technically does not require much of preparation. All it needs is you to have the right frame of mind, the right mentality, and the right thought process. And if you are fit for the service sector, you will automatically know the right responses to these answers. So it's more of a psychometric test than any of the other sections. So in short, the NCHM-JEE across 5 sections: numerical and analytical aptitude, reasoning and logical deduction, GK current affairs, English language, and aptitude for the service sector. This particular paper is 200 questions, but it is one of the longest duration papers. It gives you 3 hours to attempt the entire paper. We have equivalent examinations of CLAD, which also used to have 200 questions in the older avatar, but to be solved in under 2 hours. So hotel management is not especially testing you for a lot of academic brightness, but it tests whether you have the right mix of qualities, basics of academic skills, but also a lot of personality, a lot of people facing skills to be selected for this particular industry. So that is all what the NCHM JEE, the National Council for Hotel Management's joint entrance examination, is all about. Before we move on to the next one, just a quick word. For the IHMs which conduct the JEE, there is a counseling process after the written examination. And many students, they think that in counseling will be taken through interviews and stuff. But for the NCHM CT, the counseling process is just an online process of allocation of seats. So for admission into the IHMs, the only process is the written examination of the NCHM JEE. Now, a lot of other institutions, whether we talk about hotel management, event management, or sports management, have started taking the score of the CUET, that the Central or the Common Universities Entrance Test, the undergraduate version, conducted by the National Testing Agency. Now, typically, this CUET has 3 sections, where section 1 is of languages. So section 1A, you can choose any one of the 13 languages. And in section 1B, you can choose any one of the 20 languages other than the one which you have selected in the previous one. Section 2 is a domain-specific subject section, where depending on the university or the institution for which you are applying, you can choose up to a maximum of 6 domain-specific subjects. So if you're interested in a particular university, let us say you're applying for let us say statistics-based course, then the university or the college may have a specific requirement that you need to have cleared the paper of statistics in section 2. So you're allowed to choose a maximum of 6 out of 27 specified domain-specific subjects. Do your research on the official website of the university where you are applying. Identify what is their specific requirement as far as section 2's domain-specific subjects are concerned, and then do the appropriate selection while filling in the application form. Section 3 is the one which is similar to the IHM JEE. This is the general aptitude test, which again would test the students on their basics of English, mathematics, reasoning, and GK current affairs. And CUET is pretty new, and NTA is not known to conduct very tough examinations. In fact, feedback from the students about the first CUET was, with dedicated preparation and with clear fundamentals, any student can crack it. All that is required is rigorous practice and constant hard work. So the paper of CUET, it all depends. The type of questions, of course, would depend on the paper which you are opted for and the one which you are giving. And leniently, it's only 1/5 of negative marking. So 20% negative. So for every 1 mark that you score, if for a right answer, if you obviously get it wrong, you'll lose just 1/5 of the mark. So that is what the CUET undergraduate edition conducted by the National Testing Agency is all about. Now, before I move on and pass on the session to Mohit sir, there are certain institutions like Oberoi, which has a systematic training and education program, the STEP program, which is more of an earn while you learn kind of a program, where instead of the traditional classroom sessions, students can apply and they can actually have a hands-on experience as part of their curriculum. The selection for such programs is a multi-step process, where instead of the traditional written examination, they have interviews of various kinds, group discussions, presentations, so on and so forth. So people who are interested in this particular program for hotel management can definitely go and check it out. The only requirement which used to be there is that the student must have completed 18 years of age. This lower age limit is not usually present in most of the exams, where usually they have an upper cap. But STEP is the only program which requires you to have completed 18 years of age when you're applying for it. Over to you, Mohit sir.
Thank you so much, Satya sir, for in-depth understanding and knowledge sharing related to various entrance exams. Just for the benefit of the students, if you are wanting to know more in-depth about all other entrance exams of hotel management, which may include IHM, Aurangabad, Taj Group, Manipal entrance test, MET, or Christ University has its own exam, Symbiosis has its own exam, Maharashtra as a state conducts a separate CET, West Bengal as a state conducts a separate CET, Bharatiya Vidyapeeth has its own exam. So you can go to the Mohit Mangal website, pick up the book related to hotel management to get more knowledge information about the same. Same is true with sports management. Finally, before I get on to the question and answer round, I would like to quickly introduce IQ Ideas. IQ Ideas is having a 20-year legacy where we have a consistent faculty pool. As I already shared with you, Satya sir himself also had been appearing for multiple tests. He is the academic director at IQ Ideas. And the USP of IQ is that we take students through proper career counseling. So if you're interested in preparing for any of the national level competitive exams related to law, hotel management, business management, liberal arts, mass communication, social sciences, and so on, you can connect with my office at 99798-46007, or you can go to our website, that is iqideas.in. If you or anybody in and around you is confused, not really sure what they want to do, you can connect with me for personal career counseling at 7600 You can follow me on social media at Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Instagram at IQ Mohit, or you can visit my website, that is mohitmangal.com. If you want today's PPT, you can connect with me on my WhatsApp channel. The link is, I would request Satya sir to post the link in the chat box as well as on the YouTube chat. Also, if you want to join the YouTube where I keep updating a lot of career-related videos, you can join that. Again, the link is there on your screen. Thank you once again. I would request any of the participants, if you have any questions, you can please feel free put across your question in the chat box before we close the session for the day. Sir, one question I have on YouTube, which says, what kind of extra skills should we have if we want to go foreign through the companies? I know there are no specifications about that, but they pick especially who have extraordinary skills. Well, this particular question is not related to the topic of the day, but still to answer your question in a quick format is, if you have a very strong skill in the area of your strength, automatically you can get into any good MNC or a multinational corporate and serve in a foreign country. So first of all, you have to understand what is your orientation, aptitude, personality, interest, and suiting these 4 pillars of your strong areas, which is the most suitable career, in which you will be able to exceed the best. Based on that, then you can think about going for your service in a foreign country or in a multinational corporation.
I've got a couple of questions. One is Gujarat University good, or should one go for a private university?
See, it is all dependent on for what kind of a course. If you will ask me overall, Gujarat University is a NAC A+ grade university. So it's a great university. There is nothing wrong. But you have to be very specific about which particular course you wish to go to. Based on that, I'll be able to answer this particular question, because there are certain courses which are extremely good at Gujarat University, but there are certain courses which are relatively new. So you will have some other, maybe public universities, maybe central universities, maybe private universities, which are offering better education in those courses in comparison to Gujarat University. So it is primarily dependent on which course you are looking at.
Okay, the question is, if I want to go for IT courses.
Yes, for IT, Gujarat University has got beautiful, Department of Information Technology. So they have courses related to artificial intelligence, machine learning, game design, cyber security, and so on. And they are all very good courses. So in Ahmedabad, if you want to stay, then Gujarat University is a great place to study for courses related to information technology. Beyond Gujarat University, there are some other private universities which have started new age courses related to information technology, which will include Ahmedabad University, which would include Karnavati University, and which would also include JG University, which has started beautiful technology-oriented programs, and they are introducing their first year of those programs from 2023 itself.
Okay. For hotel management related, there's a query. Many people are apprehensive of getting into hotel management because they fear that as part of hotel management, they will have to do cooking, and especially non-vegetarian cooking. And that somehow goes against their cultural or religious beliefs. So what is the solution for such students who are averse to non-vegetarian, but yet want to get into hotel management?
I think this is a beautiful question, and this question had been getting debated even at the National Council of Hotel Management and Catering Technology for very many years. But now the good news for all of you is those people who do not want to get into non-vegetarian cooking, in all the central government sponsored IHMs, they have made separate kitchens for vegetarian as well as non-vegetarian food cooking teaching. So you don't need to worry. Get into any of the central or the state government sponsored IHM. In that, you will have separate kitchen for vegetarian cooking. So if you only want to go ahead with vegetarian cooking, you have a beautiful option to get into IHMs and learn only vegetarian cooking.
I think I'm done with all the questions which was received.
I'm done with the questions. So I think just to quickly give you a snapshot for tomorrow, we are going to talk about mass communication, media studies, filmmaking, and photography education in India. If any of your friends wish to attend, you can ask them to register on this link and then connect with us on Zoom or YouTube tomorrow evening, same time. Till then, thank you so much for attending this session.
Just a quick question which has come up. What is the cutoff for Gujarat University for IT courses?
See, the cutoff, the admissions in Gujarat University till this date is based on 12th marks, and cutoff does not go too high because the number of seats they have sufficient. So if you will ask me the exact percentage, I may not be in a position to give it to you because every year that percentage shift keeps taking place. But I can assure you that even if you've got reasonably good 65, 70, 75% marks, you have a very brilliant chance to get into any of the IT courses in Gujarat University.
I think that's it for from my end. So I think if there are any more questions and you have questions related to this or any other thing related to career, you can always get in touch with us. The contact information and how to get in touch with us has been shared with you. Thanks a lot, sir, for that insightful talk about things which are not in mainstream education, but which definitely are a matter of curiosity and interest to students these days. With that, thank you for the session. I wish you a very good evening and all the best.